Hey guys, it's a new month in 2015 and I decided I would give you my most anticipated and least anticipated movies of March 2015. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, but then I didn't want to be just like straight up movie preview like some people do that works for them. I wanted to do something different, so I'm going to tell you the movies I'm anticipating most, the movies I'm least anticipating, and the movies that I won't watch in the theaters, but I'll watch them whenever they come on Netflix. Now, first of all, these are there are a lot of movies that come out in March, but I'm only talking about the notable ones. I mean, there's some other random movies coming out that I won't talk about, but these are the movies I feel like I could watch when they put them on Netflix or TV, and I don't plan on watching them in the theater. First of all, The Gunman. This movie is that Idris Elba movie. I don't really know anything about it, but I feel like I don't have any interest to watch in the theater, but I could watch it on if it put on Netflix. Same with Run All Night. It's just another one of those Liam Neeson being a badass movies, which is not a bad thing. I love Liam Neeson, but Run All Night doesn't interest me to see it in the theater. It Follows. It's this indie movie. I really have no idea what it's about, but it has like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I could definitely watch it eventually. And then the last one is Unfinished Business, the comedy starring Dave Franco and Vince Vaughn. Yeah, this is a Redbox rental movie for me. I mean, I love Vince Vaughn. I really like Dave Franco. He was in Neighbors, 21 Jump Street, and had a cameo in 22 Jump Street, and I liked it. He's really funny, but these are the movies I'm not, like, gonna see in theaters. I'll just watch them eventually. Now, these are I only have two movies that I'm not anticipating, but I plan on watching them anyways. My number two is Serena. Now, Serena is starring Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. I know, it's like a great cast, yet I'm not anticipating it. I've just been hearing very mediocre things about it. How like Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence, I heard they're not good in this movie, and they don't have chemistry, because I think this is the first movie they ever did together, and this movie was supposed to come out in like September of 2012, like in September, or it was supposed to come out a long time ago, and I've been wanting to see about it, and then been reading brief parts of the reviews, and I'm like, maybe this isn't good after all. So yeah. But I will see it because I love Jennifer Lawrence, I love Bradley Cooper, I love them together in movies, except for American Hustle, which is probably the most overrated movie of the 2010s so far, other than Frozen and Gravity. I know I don't like Gravity. I'm not apologizing for it. If you like it, good, but I don't like Gravity. Okay. And my number one least anticipated movie of March 24th, 15 is The Cobbler. Another Adam Sandler movie. And this movie, it has a 0% right now on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to see this movie, because it could end up on my worst of the year, and I have not seen the trailer, so I can't say, but I'm gonna see it. And also, Dan Stevens is in this movie. I have not seen Night at the Museum, the third one, but I will when it comes out on Redbox. But I watched The Guest, like, this weekend, and it is so freaking good. And I'm like, he was amazing, and now he's in this bad movie. I don't think he's gonna be bad, because he's a really good, I'm impressed with him as an actor. But the movie itself, now I need to see a trailer, but other than that, yeah. I mean, I might either see it in theater, or if it somehow leaks online, I might watch it. Though I'll probably just watch it in the theater. Not opening weekend or anything, maybe on a day where I'm, like, bored, like, super bored. I'm like, no, why don't I just go see this bad movie, and then I'll have something to about my worst of the year. So, yeah. And now these are the and now my most anticipated movies in March. There are 5 movies I'm, like, really anticipating. So, yeah. Number 5. Insurgent. Yeah, I know it's a Divergent series, Insurgent, but I don't call it that. I call Hunger Games Hunger Games. I don't call it the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. I call it I would call it like Mockingjay Part 1 or Catching Fire, you know? So, yeah. I like the first Divergent movie, but it's nothing special, though I love Shailene Woodley in it. So, at first I was not anticipating Insurgent at all. I was like, I'm gonna see it, but I'm not excited for it. But seeing the trailer, I was like, it looks decent. It looks decent. So, yeah. Number 4. Okay, this movie, it could be amazing or it can be bad. It's not going to be in the middle. This movie is Get Hard, starring Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. Yeah, it looks stupidly hilarious, but it could be really bad, it could be really good. And I love Will Ferrell. I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Hart. His movies have not been impressing me. I have not seen Wedding Ringer, but that's a Redbox rental. But I saw Ride Along, and that's pretty much it. It sucked. I have to say, I did like Kevin Hart a lot because he had a cameo in This Is the End, which is one of my favorite movies and comedies of all time. So yeah, but I love Will Ferrell. He's freaking hilarious. Yeah. So yeah. I hope Get Hard is good. It looks stupid. It could be really bad. It really could, but it could surprise everyone by being the best one of the best comedies of 2015. And okay, number 3. This movie, not a lot of people might be hearing about it. I saw this trailer when I was watching either Birdman or Whiplash, and those are smaller movies, obviously, but they're great. Both great movies. And it like I noticed how in those movie trailers they show all like the indie movie trailers, because most people who go to see those movies don't see like the big movies as much. So yeah. And While We're Young, it stars Naomi Watts and Ben Stiller, Adam Driver, and Amanda Seyfried. Basically, Naomi Watts and Ben Stiller are a married couple. They're just like they're getting old, they feel it, and then they meet this young couple, Adam Driver and Amanda Seyfried, and I guess they like become good friends, form a bond, and they feel younger because of them. I saw this trailer and it looked really good. It looked really charming, and I like all those actors, though I haven't seen Adam Driver in anything before this. But I already like him just from the trailer. So yeah, and also I'm really excited to see him in Star Wars. So yeah, While We're Young looks like a really charming indie movie, and it could be one of my favorite movies of 2015. So yeah. Now number 2 and 1, I'm going back and forth in between these ones. And if you have seen my most anticipated movies of 2015 list, like 1 I put higher than the other, so you might be surprised at this. But right now, this is how it is. Number 2, Chappie. This trailer, I saw it at first, I was like, oh, look, it could be good. And then I kept on seeing the trailer in the movie theaters, and I'm like, it makes me want to see it more and more every time I see it. It looks wonderful. And I have to say, and yeah, I haven't seen District 9 from Neil Blomkamp. I know, but I have seen Elysium, and I actually liked Elysium. I thought it was really good. So yeah. Though I will probably try to find District 9 and watch that before Chappie. But yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. And obviously, if you haven't guessed, my number 1 most anticipated movie of March 2015 is the Cinderella. Now, at first I was like, I'm going to see this movie because Richard Madden, aka Robb Stark, is in it, and that's it. And because I love the story of the Disney animated movie Cinderella so much. It's like in my top 5 for sure. And honestly, I was going to see it no matter what, but I didn't have hope for it because, first of all, Alice in Wonderland, I liked it when it came out, but now I'm like, it kind of sucks. And then Maleficent, yeah, we don't talk about Maleficent. I don't like it. There are only like a couple good things about it, and then everything else about it sucked. The worst part being that they made the male characters so bland and generic. Wow. So yeah, and then I see that Cinderella has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, Rotten Tomatoes scoring is like, if something has like a 75%, that doesn't mean the movie itself is a 75 out of 100. It means that 75% of people gave it positive reviews. You know? So obviously I had to, and I don't read the full reviews. I just read like the top bit, like the first couple lines that they show. And I read through all of them briefly, and they were all like saying this movie is a really uplifting and it's charming. I mean, one review said it will not replace the animated movie, but but it's still good. And then one person I think one person said something like this: Disney has finally mastered its live action movies, something like that. So I'm like, yeah, now I'm super excited for it. It still has 100%. I mean, it's only 13 reviews, but hey, that's good. That's freaking good. Like, the movie Selma had 100% for the longest time, and then of course there are a couple people who didn't like it, giving it like, now it has like a 98%. But yeah, still. So I'm really looking forward to Cinderella. So those are my most anticipated and least anticipated movies of March 2015. And I'll be doing this every month for, well, forever. Well, because I plan on doing YouTube for a long time. So, yeah. Tell me your most anticipated and least anticipated movies of March 2015. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.